Accidental 10-minute intro, sorry. That's my bad. That is my bad. Sometimes these things happen. If I'm honest with you, it's a shame. It's a shame that even though we have the new TTK stuff in Battlefield, I'm just waiting till Wake Island comes out and then I'll play it then. I'm just playing some BF1 because I'm like, what have I not done in a couple of weeks? BF1. Hey, Lycan with the 41 months. Thanks, Lycan. You don't want to go there? You want to go there? Fresh. Lycan with a 41 months. 41 months. That's a lot. That's over 3 years. 3.5 almost. It is, yeah, almost. Hey, Darth Mike. Here, dude. How you doing? Zelensky. What up? Hey, Maloki. Is the title a joke or serious? I thought 5.2 buff snipers massively. Yeah, but isn't like there's not really any new content that I want to create on the new TTK. It's the same for me. It's the same game, except easier on all fronts for everyone. Dusty the Wolf, thank you for the 2 months. Do you think DICE will revert after all these changes? I doubt it. I do doubt it. I do doubt it. Basically, the way I see it is they don't have the resources to make a CTE, so the live game is essentially the CTE for this one. Because BF1 and BF4 both had the community test environment. They test stuff before. And got feedback on. But, yeah, it's a problem. So the update, obviously the TTK update yesterday or day before yesterday, I can't remember. It's gone a little bit more casual. The good players are still good. The bad players are still bad, if not worse, because the weapons that they used to rely on are now more frustrating for them to use at range. So bad players most likely pick weapons like, I don't know, the MG42, for instance. That sucks now. Or it doesn't suck. Well, like, all the MMGs are now kind of pea shooters. And all the good players now have no recoil on their automatic weapons. So good players who can track really well are just lasering people across the map with SMGs and assault rifles. So I don't know if it's actually done the intended thing. I don't know whether new players are like... the TTK is longer, though. The TTK is longer. That's a good thing, I guess. And ultimately, whoever has the best initial aim, or what's it called? You can seem to turn around fights more often in BF5. Because someone shoots you in the back and you can almost turn around and spray them. Again, another thing that I think new players are going to be frustrated about, because they're not going to be able to kill... Even if they creep up on someone, they're not going to be able to kill the player that they crept up on in time before they turn around and spray them. Yo, Modmus with the 49 months. Thank you. I keep on thinking I'm seeing a player, but it ain't a player. This is going to be a rough one. How high? I can't remember how high I have to aim for... Oh, not too high. That was too high, actually. Oof. Almost a headshot. But it wasn't. Am I quitting BF5? Maybe. I told you, Brexit. It's something to do with Brexit. Brexit has come in and they've said, look, we don't want you streaming Battlefield 5 for today. You have to stream BF1. It was not my choice. Yeah, I wish I could see my enemies. If I could hit them. Ew, suppression. Yeah. Suppression was pretty gross. Sniping though. Sniping on BF1. Nuts. Dead. Everyone's gonna die. Oh my god, he dodged. Oh my god, okay, he didn't dodge. 90 damage, we'll leave him. He's dead. I got assist count for kill. Might be a cheater. What do you mean? Who's cheating? You got hit. What is this? What's this guy doing? Oh yeah, there's a cheater on my team. Oh. Well, that's that over. Wait, guys, do you want to see my... I made a kick W emote. It's not ready yet, because I haven't done it properly. Like, there's still weird stuff on the glasses. Do you want to see the Stodeh kick? That's it. It's not ready. Alright. You like... Wait, hang on. You ready? It's not bad. Not bad. Need to sort out some of the eyes there, but eventually. Because obviously we had Stodeh LOL when LOL was popular, but now we need a Stodeh Keck, right? Oh man. I'm joining servers and they're all full. All the good servers, and I bet most of them have hackers in them. This is the problem with Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is now a hacker's paradise. Needs a bit more snaggletooth. Well, he's already got it. Hey, who's that? Wilco with the 41 months. That's the second 41 monther. And Dusty the Wolf with the 2 months. Thank you. How many cheats in COD in my opinion? 0. I haven't seen a single one yet. Honestly. I've not seen a single cheater on Call of Duty yet. In the last month? Month and a half? I'm not going to add a stash. It's already got a bit of a stash. Wait, what? It said that I was loading in and then put me in a queue of 2 people. BF1? Hello? It's the server is either completely full or completely dead. Okay, we're in. Finally. There's something. Yeah, thank you, Wilco, and thank you for sharing the emotes.
Bombardment, the noise, the smoke. The most tremendous cannonade I've ever heard. Swept round us.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with COD is because it's on a new engine, they've literally had to build hacks from the ground up. And who knows how they've actually built the engine. It might be really good. It might be strong. Yui! Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome, dude. Thank you. What's my favorite map in BF1? Amiens. Which should be happening after this map. Why did he peek? I saw his leg. Ooh, he dodged.
We are losing objective apples.
Sniping in BF1 was such a meme. Dude, the game looks so much clearer than BF5. I can actually see enemies. Oh. Okay. My boy got sniped. Where are the enemies though? I can see him, I just can't see him, you know? There's a guy's head right there. Enemies? He's dead. He's not dead. Now he's dead. I've got no healing. Yeah! Oh no god! Gone to the right. He's trying to push up on my right. Two guys trying to push up on my right. One's splitting. One split off from the pack. He's still going. Is he? He's got an SMG-08. How did he miss? He's there. I was having a good meme. And then everything went wrong. Oh, the tank insta-killed me, dude. Limited to 144? Yeah, because BF1 and BF5 both have issues with FPS. And then Modern Warfare has issues with, what's it called? I have to keep restarting Modern Warfare. Although Modern Warfare has way better performance. Way better. Gotta love Russian. Oh. So good. Almost killed by a mermaid though, that would have been funny. In quotation. 154, almost got a collat there across the map. See it? I can't believe the Russian ended up being my favourite sniper in the game. What? I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to one-shot from that range. That's like over 50 meters away. It's not supposed to one-shot at that range. Was I low on health, maybe? I guess. Kind of jumped over the fence.
We are losing objective butter.
He headshotted you, yes, but that sniper doesn't one-shot headshot at that range. That's why I said it. Well then, that is quite the spot. I mean, you just wouldn't look that way. BF1 runs decent. It might do, but I run it on DX11 as opposed to DX12. I never got it to run good on DX12.
We have lost the sector.
Where's the camper? There he is, I guess. I can't see him though. I got hit from somewhere. Oh, I just hit him with the flare. I just randomly hit him with the flare. What? What are the chances of that? That's insane. I literally randomly shoot the flare towards where I thought he was, and it hit him and set him on fire, so he had to run. That's nuts. Okay, this guy needs like a lift. That was pretty nutty. That was silly. Hitting moving targets in this game was so silly. It was super easy. That was a miss on my part. Why not? Yeah, sure. I'm trying to kill that guy. They've got too many angles. Another sniper on the left as well. There you go. That's what I tried to do like 5 times in a row. Tank. Gun sounds are the best in BF1. The overall atmosphere was the best in BF1 too. Also, I'm starting to realize how nice. I'm starting to realize how nice no anti-aliasing is without the blurring at range. Like it's kind of nuts how blurry it is in BF5. Okay. That was fast.
Half of the enemy forces are gone.
Pressed. And there he is. Oh, I got him. I love it. Love it. Well, BF1's a little bit easier than BF1. BF1 is kind of like baby's first battle. That's kind of what BF1 is. Where are these guys shooting from? Ah! And then one over here as well. Need better angle on these guys.
We are losing objective apples.
There's the guy behind this. Yeah. There we go. No one plays BF1 anymore. You mad? BF1 has tons of players. Half of them are cheaters. Are we dead? Half of them are cheaters, but if you find a lobby without a cheater, it's alright.
We are losing objective butter.
Okay.
We have lost objective butter. We have lost the sector.
The reason why sniper clips were always like really decent in BF1 is because I didn't have to hit headshots all the time. You could hit body shots and get one shots from like pretty far away. And also, the other thing with sniping in BF1 as well is people don't instantly heal the second you shoot them, so you don't have to shoot them 3 times. You either just have to shoot them once or twice, and there's no way they can heal at the same time. Which is, you know, good and bad. Right there with a sniper. That was sick. You see that guy come up his horse. And also the plane snipes were pretty cool. Plane snipes were sick in this game. I have like, what, 50 plane snipes in BF1? And in BF5, I have a fat 0. Actually, I don't know if it's exactly 50. That's not right. I'll bounce back in my own face, by the way. What are the chances of that angle happening? Didn't kill me though. There's a guy right there. Where is he? He's gone right. How's he managed to escape?
We are losing objective apples.
Push those bastards back. No, you are spotted here. Yeah, you see, I knew you were gonna have to shoot eventually. Oh yeah, you can't. Crouch sliding's pointless in this game. Except for fitting through gaps like that. I forgot how useless it was. It used to be OP, but then they changed it so it's not good anymore. Hey, shotgun. Instantly dead twice in a row to the vehicle. Do you think the Mars is the best pistol in the game? Yeah, for a lot of reasons. The auto revolver is only insane at close range, but most of the time, or whatever the Mark 6 revolver or whatever it is. Whereas the Mars works at like a lot of ranges. It's real good. 3 vehicle deaths in a row. Vehicles were so dumb in this game.
"50 attackers remain."
So dumb. Heard I was quitting BF5. Brexit's forcing me, you know? They sent me an ultimatum. Either play BF1 today, or you can't stroke your cat. Ever again. Am I using DX12? No, DX11. DX12 doesn't work on BF1. Massive stutters. Like, they never go away. Ow. There was another sniper. I saw him. Maybe he ran away.
We are losing
Did I buy
objective
Halo?
butter.
No, I haven't done anything with Halo yet. Haven't thought about it. Oh.
We are losing objective butter.
I'm only dying to vehicles. Fuck, man. I've died so many times to vehicles now. I think, I've died once to a sniper, and I think every other death has been a vehicle. Yeah, I don't know.
20 attackers remain.
What? It's interesting.
We have lost the sector.
So yeah, 6 deaths to a vehicle. Clean headshot? Yeah, I know. There's something weird going on with that thing. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. What do you think about Modern Warfare Ground War? It's good, but they've not really... I think they should get rid of vehicles and kill streaks in Ground War. Or at least limit the kill streaks that you can use on Ground
50
War.
attackers remain.
I think that would make it a lot better. I think kill streaks work on games... Kill streaks work on smaller game modes to give you an advantage. Although, to be honest, I'd prefer if kill streaks didn't exist. You know. Got a martini there, I think.
We are losing objective butter.
Someone's username is BF5 is garbage in this game.
We have lost objective butter.
Oh, I hit him. No kill. Well, I don't even bother shooting at horses. 6 chest shots to kill horses. And then as soon as he jumps off, insta-death. It's never going to work out too well there. Unless I hit that first shot.
Twenty attackers remain.
Didn't COD used to have a game mode with no kill streaks? Yeah. I don't know. I kind of wish... I just don't think... I think kill streaks are kind of... Like, kill streaks are bad enough, but then vehicles as well, it's like double cheese. You know what I mean? There's already enough cheese in the game. You really have to have the double cheese with the vehicles too. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me a little bit.
We won. That's the spirit and determination that made Britain great.
It made
They
Britain
will come
great.
again. So keep those rifles at the ready and the spirit of Blighty in your hearts.
BF1 had some, you know, passion behind it, it feels like. A little bit.
The enemy is being reinforced with an airship.
By the way, I'm going to be doing lots of 6v6 over the next few days. Trust me. I need to practice for something very soon. So I'm going to be try-harding real bad. That sniper's got me in his sights. I was thinking of doing that tonight, but then I was like, oh yeah, but I've got to stream... I got to do BF1... Well, I want to make a BF1 video, basically. Where can you get one of my coffee mugs? Well, I'm actually not using any of my coffee mugs right now. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Where are they? Oh, am I dead to a vehicle? Oh. Almost. I think that was a mirror mess, you know? That's not where I placed it. Okay. Okay, or at least alive. I hear footsteps. There's no one here. They'll be here soon though. Look, they're outside. They're pushing in soon. 3, 2, 1. The Mars is just. Oh, I guess it's alright. I don't need any else of this gun. Fire heaven. I was making sure he could, because I could melee him, but then I could get killed by something else. Rather just shoot him. As with most melee attacks in the battlefield. Look, 3 hits with hip fire. It's so insane. Oh, that guy just did he jumped through and then jumped back through in the same animation. Not sure exactly how that works, but there you go. Dead. There you go. Do you prefer maximum FPS and shit quality? Yes. I would literally play the game in potato mode if it meant I could get 200 FPS.
We have lost objective butter.
I'd play the game in grayscale to have 200 FPS. That's the only thing that matters. He was there. What's he doing? Oh, shit. Frames in games? Well, yeah, they literally do. Rip. Hit him! Oh, I went for the no-scope. You had to hit him like twice.
We are losing objective apples.
Kill assist 10. There's hardly anyone around. Oh god. Outplayed. Can't wallbang in this game. Never mind, he's dead. I'm not dealing with your bullshit, dude. Get out of here. Yeah, get out of here with your bayonet charge. He tried to switch sides like 3 times because I literally heard. Whew, I literally heard him on either side of my headphones like 3 times. So he was trying to like swerve around. Steps. Could be teammate. I think it was. Oh shit. He threw the gas grenade. Who did that? Hang on, we'll find him. From up there. Ah. Well, he's dead. He's not dead. Where is he? He's just in here. Seems to be a large fight going on. Oh, there he is. Dead. Mr. Okay, teammate, you do you. No, the windmill blocked me. Could have been good. Okay, he scared me. Okay, people right next to me here. Ah! Going through the wreckage. He got stuck on the wall, so he just started walking around. He just went for the bayo charge. We have to go for the... Ah! Nah. It was either that or death or run away, I guess.
Half of the enemy forces are gone.
Okay. I don't know what that was, but if they run through either this side or that side, they'll probably die.
Kit is available near your location.
I hear footsteps. No, don't steal the tank hunter kit. No! No! They took it! Oh. $51 damage. Fortunately, they did hit me with that. Oh! What? I was about to get bayo charged as well. Did not expect him to be that close. Dude, getting bayonet charged in this game is probably one of the saddest things to happen. Someone literally just pressed F on you and you died. How do you feel? No. No, I can't see him. Gone behind the cover. Hello? Headshot? No? Alright. Don't think I should have even been suppressed there. I didn't feel like it. Counter knife was good on BF4? No, it wasn't. It was terrible. It was completely unreliable and random. It worked half the time. Depending on the other player's ping, usually. Okay. The plane A switched into the winning team, and that is exactly why BF5 does not have a switch team option, by the way. Because people don't switch team to save to be nice. They switch team to be on the winning team. Oh my god, he's still there. He's still there. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. They're spawning on each other. Okay, and that was from further back. I don't think it was the same guy. No. Where's the other guy that shot me? I'm looking for scope glints, dice. There better be some. If I get sniped right now, I'm not going to be happy about it. I should be able to see their scope glint. Right now. What was that? What was that, dude? What was it? It was a machine gun, but where have they gone? Am I quitting BF5? Oh, I don't know, dude. Depends what Brexit thinks. It's all down to the Brexit laws.
Objective Charlie.
What? Okay. They're behind this tree. There's like 6 dudes behind this tree. Look. There's tons of them there. Maybe 5? Yeah, literally 5. Literally 5 people behind this wall. What are they doing here? Are they dead? Are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. There was like tons of them here. I know he's there. I know he's still there.
We are losing Objective Charlie.
Okay. Enemies?
We have lost Objective Charlie.
Oh, that sucks! I just got stuck in the animation of putting my gas mask on. He's slowly just putting it into my face. How's the health of this game on PC? Lots of players, lots of hackers. There's probably a hacker in like 1 in every 3 lobbies or something like that. There's a guy there. Like this round, no hackers, luckily. But a couple of rounds before, 1 or 2. Room. Hello? Oh god, tank. Almost got me. He's still trying to kill me.
Objective apples.
Yeah, he's still just chasing me. Useless. Ugh.
You defended like lions, taught Jerry a lesson in British pluck. They are clearly battered, but are mustering forces for one final attack.
Looks like it still holds up
So find a
graphics-wise.
nice shell hole
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
take
good.
40 weeks,
CBH.
because they'll come again.
Very nice. Hey, King Rofty.
The enemy is being reinforced with an airship.
They need it. Well, no, the other thing as well is they don't have that weird anti-aliasing blur that BF5 has. So everything looks very clean. He changes direction in the last second. Boop, boop, boop. Shoot it down then. Oh no. He was doing a weird animation there. He wasn't supposed to be doing that. There's a guy. Ooh, I don't know where he's gone. He's in there somewhere. Oh no. Caught on the edge. The guy peeks to that right there. Hello? He's running. He's running right. He's seen me? I don't know. What's he doing? The guy did see me, right? Yeah, he did. Okay. Nice, dude. Nice headshot. That was good.
We are losing Objective Charlie.
Well, I should have had suppression there, but don't know. BF1.
have lost objective Charlie.
We lost an objective, damn it!
Whoa, that was someone. That guy suppressing me.
We have taken objective apples.
36. That wasn't a headshot though.
We have lost objective butter.
That guy's head glitching like a madman. You should have seen it. It was like just the top of his helmet there. That guy. But it gets him. Oh, it looked like it landed in there.
We have taken objective.
It looked like it landed in there and maybe it just went behind him. Behind him? Left him on pretty low health.
We are losing objective Charlie.
99 damage in 3 hits. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. He died. He didn't take a hit. There we go. Good. A lot of dudes lying down, I think. There's apparently a guy. Oh. Ah, you missed. Dude, this is one of my favorite maps too, St. Quentin Scar, especially for ground ops. Really good. Really good. I'm probably gonna get sniped here. Too many open bits in this bit. Okay, nah, it's fine. Point blank, no scopes, no face. Makes sense.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Okay. I saw him. I saw his scope glint there.
We have
Another
lost
one there.
objective Charlie. We
Yeah.
have taken objective butter.
Dodge that. Yo, one man to fuck them all. Thank you very much for the 2 months. Cheers. C Weaver, thank you for the 2 months. And Joker92, thank you for the 38 months. I potentially missed those because I wasn't paying attention. Thank you. The logo with the BF sounds epic. No, I've had it for about 2 or 3 months now. I used to have a green screen. No, I just stopped using it. sniper aiming at me. Where's the scope glint, guys?
We have taken objective Charlie.
Dice loves to hide the scope glints. Footsteps near me. Okay. Well, thanks, Forbes.
We are losing objective butter.
Yeah, I'm on low settings, mostly. Probably high. Medium? Medium. Medium settings.
We have lost objective butter.
To the plane. 155 ping on that bloke.
Butter.
Do you think DICE will revert TTK changes? No, not until at least after the Steam meme. Probably like 2020. Something like that. TTK, yeah. Long range shot from up here. Oh, there you go. There's my headshot. Yeah. Someone's sniping at me. So that vehicle's trying to hit me too. Can I even see his head? I don't think I can. Same, I am. That guy did not care in the world that we were aiming at him. What? It's like a perfect headshot.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Why are you guys talking about politics? These are the rules. You're not allowed to.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Oh. He's got a head glitch. Look. He's there. Now he's there. Oh. No, they stole the kill. Okay, well, he just missed an easy shot. Stood completely still to see if anyone was shooting. I'm in the open and you're still not peeking. Come on, man. He just has to aim. No cover. You can even get a sweet spot kill. Hello? Okay. Okay, Perfectly timed dodge. Okay. He's in the ground. Oh, I only got 13 tickets left. Can't get that one Hundy bomb. How does 5.2 TTK compare to BF1? Pretty similar. The recoil is about the same, but BF1 had more bullet deviations, so in BF5 more of your bullets actually hit. Which is the weird thing about Battlefield 1 versus Battlefield 5. How is the player population of BF1 this game? It's good. It's actually good.
Allied cause for all sensible thinking people across the Empire. Your valiant hearts have shown us to be true defenders of our noble values.
In the 2 weeks since the start of Kaiserschlacht, the German army had suffered 250,000 casualties, including many of its elite stormtroopers, without achieving the decisive victory it needed. The Allies had also lost thousands of men, so were relying on the arriving US forces to conquer one last piece of hell.
Not a fan of the BF story in multiplayer. Huh? Oh, you're talking about the whole, like, they create, like, a narrative in every operation. At least it relates to something that happened in the real world. You know, technically so did the BF5 ones, but no one really knew about those. Can I quit yet? Actually, what's next map? It doesn't tell me. We have no idea. When do private servers come for BF Battlefield in general? I don't know. Soon TM. Do you guys think it's going to be good? Or a letdown? Ooh. No. Amien with a Q. Hey ASAP. Thanks for that highlighted message. I don't want to play St. Quentin Scar again. Ballroom Blitz. Private servers? Yeah, well, apparently. Sessuales. Thank you for the 1 year.
Wir haben von diesen Amerikanern nichts zu befürchten. Sie sind dumme Jungen. Sie denken, in diesem Krieg kämpft Damson mit Schild, Schwert und Speer.
Am I quitting BF5? Well, what does the title say? Oh, Argonne Forest. Okay.
Das heißt, der Krieg ist bald vorbei, aber dieser Gedanke fühlt sich so unwirklich an.
I feel like that requires a Martini Henry. Martini Henry infantry with the from a stop. What happened to BF5? I know, guys. Just keep asking the question. Who's winning the fight tonight? Beckham. The reason I'm not playing BF5 right now is I just don't really have anything I want to play on it, if you know what I mean. The new TTK doesn't affect me, so...
Return to the combat area.
It's just, it would just be, if I released a video like, Battlefield 5 after the TTK, I'd have to do like a whole... Oh. Okay. If I was going to release a video on the TTK, then I would just do a talkover video on my thoughts about why they would do the TTK. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well just do that on my stream, and then... Are they going to res me? Guys? No? Incoming? Okay. Oh, dude. Thanks. Oh, I was outside the zone. I shouldn't have been resable. But yeah, worst Noom gamer. Thank you for the 5 months.
We are losing objective.
You can't be the worst. It's impossible. man. Just as I go to shoot him, he's already dead. Okay. Kill him?
We have lost objective butter.
Dead already. Dude, can people stop dying as I shoot them? Now he's gonna hide. I wonder if I can bounce off there and hit him. He's dead on there. Getting assist counts as kills. Something. Right, here's another thing. Why on earth did they let us look into their spawn? As the defending team, they let you look directly into where they spawn. You know, I'm not gonna not take advantage of it. You have better memories from BF1? I have good memories from BF1, but I also have a lot of frustrating memories from BF1. Like, just a lot of the general gameplay. You know, being killed by Murmets, them never fixing it. The Model 10 Hunter. They finally nerfed it. What, did they even nerf it? They nerfed it after like 2 years or something. Why can't I? Oh yeah, because you have to press space to skip, not right click. Nade spam, yeah. Gas grenades. Bayonet charging. Jeez, man. Bayonet charging was such a joke. Being killed by some random dude who just literally just pressed F and W keys. Literally W keys towards you with F. Hello, I saw you. Apparently I missed you. Didn't even realize? I was shooting. I mean, this enemy team has supposedly pushed through and got to this objective. You'd think they wouldn't be... They couldn't be that bad. If they've got this far, they can't be that bad. That didn't even hit me, I swear. It literally wasn't even right next to me. Alright, Gibran with the 6 months. Thank you, dude. Capping at 141 will give you better input lag. Why?
We are losing objective apples.
Why 141? Specifically.
We have lost objective apples. We are losing objective butter.
I have to limit my FPS, guys, because Battlefield 1 doesn't run at a solid 200 FPS. And after playing FPS games for 10 years, although having higher FPS is nice, having altering input latency from having higher to lower FPS that's variable is actually worse for your consistency.
Return to the combat area.
If you didn't know. Because different movements of your mouse affect your input delay, and if your input delay is constantly changing, then it will feel different every time because your mouse is reacting faster or slower depending on your
Half of the enemy forces are gone.
delays. The hell was that? That was fast. Why am I capping at 144? Because I just explained it. If my FPS is not a solid 200 FPS or 240 FPS on Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5, right? So you lock your frame rate at a consistent frame rate, like 140, 120, 130, 150, doesn't matter, right? As long as it's something that your PC can almost always reach, right? And then, if you didn't know, if you have the higher your FPS, the lower your input latency. Okay? Because that's between each frame there's a shorter amount of time, you know? If I played the game at 2 FPS, my input latency would be however long it takes for 1 FPS per second out of the 2 FPS takes to show up. That would be my input latency, right? So the more FPS you have, the lower your input latency. You understand? But if your FPS if you can't reach 200 FPS and your FPS is going between 150 and 220, so your input latency is changing from like 8 milliseconds to 3 milliseconds to 5 milliseconds to 2 milliseconds to 8 milliseconds, right? Then your aim is going to be inconsistent because the different speeds at which you move your mouse will be affected differently by the input latency. You get what I'm saying? So if you lock it at an FPS that your PC can always manage, your input latency stays the same no matter what. That's 5 head for you. If you unlock your frame rate, there will be times when your input latency will be really low, but occasionally it will drop, and then you'll be really confused as to why your aim doesn't feel consistent. You know? Am I quitting BF5, Severe? That's the question. Thanks for the tip. What I'm saying is if unless your video game runs solidly at your refresh rate, right? So if you have a 144 Hz monitor and your game never drops below like 140, right? Then by all means unlock your frame rate. However, if your frame rate drops below your screen's refresh rate, so let's say my screen's refresh rate is 144, but my FPS goes from 60 to 120, you should probably lock your frame rate at like, I don't know, well, not 60, but like let's say it goes from 100 to 120, right? Then lock your FPS at 100 so you can guarantee that you'll always get the same amount of frames. And your input latency won't change. Feel me? I did a thing recently where I had to play mouse and keyboard on a console. That's rough, dude. I tell ya. If your monitor is 60 Hz, I mean, you're gonna have really low, really high input latency anyway. But you could lock it at like, if you can only hit 40 FPS and it stays solid at 40 FPS, then cap it at 40. Why not? Hey, Captain Sarcasto. I'm reading the little story. Watching some BF1. A little nostalgia. Of course, the old OGs watched the BF4 gameplay. Those were real gamer hours in BF4. Does it make sense to buy a 144 Hz monitor for console? It will do when the next gen consoles. Next gen consoles are starting to. Oh god. Team? Anyone? Next gen consoles are planning on doing 120 Hz. I think even the new Xbox and the new PlayStation have said that they're planning on releasing games at 120 Hz. As for now, when you have consoles only running max 60 Hz, monitors have the least input latency compared to TVs. So if you can get even just a cheap 60 Hz monitor with low latency, that's better than playing on a TV, because most TVs still have a random amount of input latency.
We are losing objective apples.
Yeah, but G-Sync and G-Sync and V-Sync are awful because they don't affect your input latency, but V-Sync does affect your input latency. Never have V-Sync on, ever. Ever, ever, ever. There's no reason to have V-Sync on. All it will do is upset, unless of course your FPS is so low that you can't even play the game without massive screen sharing. Then sure, stand V-Sync on. Nah, never have V-Sync on. You're literally putting yourself at a disadvantage.
20 attackers remain.
Okay, Dutch Monster, you're saying I'm wrong. Okay. Why would I put V-Sync on? Ever. That's crazy. So, Straggly Wizard, thanks for the 9 months. G-Sync makes sense, sure. But V-Sync, no.
The Americans have
Beltran
been stopped.
advises
The
to use
Hindenburg line
VSync.
is
For
secure.
what reason?
We can
Maybe
now
I
negotiate a truce on
don't have a
equal
situation
terms.
that VSync will make sense
But this
because it
marked
would
the
add
end of slaughter,
input latency.
the
It
end
makes
of
sense.
damage, the end of hate.
One can only speculate what might have happened if the German army had successfully defeated the Meuse-Argonne offensive. After
In a
4
recent video,
years
he
of
tested
war,
that it added
the
no
will
input
of the German
latency.
people was breaking
But from
and its
personal
empire
experience, I've had
collapsing.
VSync on and I know
With
that there
American
is
troops still
input
arriving
latency.
in Europe, an Allied victory would still have been
Definitely.
likely.
I mean, I'll do my research, but I'm pretty sure there isn't a situation for me that turning VSync on would reduce my input latency. No way. And I also don't understand, unless you're talking about screen tearing and not input latency. Right. That was fun. Anyway, the point is consoles, if you want to actually play not casually, then get a monitor which has low input latency. Are you talking about having VSync on if you lock your frame rate below the frames that your PC can handle? Then that would make sense. But other than that, for me, that doesn't make sense. I don't need it on. I mean, that's a very specific situation then. That's what I mean. I don't have that. Ooh, Amiens. I bet you there's a hacker in this lobby. I've just joined a 42 out of 64 Amiens. Most people stay between the two operations. So I feel like there's going to be a hacker in this lobby because why would you ever leave the best map in the game?
Let them think they're winning. Jerry don't know us Brits. You put our backs to the wall, we'll fight tooth and nail to the death. Let's see.
Or the game ended, which is what happened.
Tandis que nous mangions, nous avons vu des chars Schneider
it's getting hot in
s'acharner
here.
et dégravir la colline.
Nous attendons l'ordre d'attaquer en lézardant au soleil. Certains ont pêché des poissons à la grenade dans les étangs voisins.
Même à 100 mètres de distance, on peut voir que leurs lignes sont si bien garnies de barbelés qu'un lapin peinerait à les franchir.
Les chars franchissent ces obstacles avec une aisance incroyable.
On dit que le général Foch a promis la paix pour le mois d'août. Je doute que ce soit le cas, mais j'admire sa détermination.
Fair 98. I'm on the attacking. Oh, this server's dead. It'll take ages to fill up. The problem is, if you join a server where it's really early on, sometimes your team just steamrolls when it's like 10v10 because literally half your team is in vehicles. So, and then you end up missing out on the fun part, which is the actual grind of fighting in the operation. It keeps telling me that there's no one in this lobby, and then I join it, and then it says I'm in a queue. How does this happen? Okay, I think we're in. Will the Eastern Front come to be a 5? Probably. Probably.
Nun, da der Krieg fast vorbei ist, habe ich mehr Angst denn je. Ich kann mir endlich
Oh, shoot. Am I defending? I am defending. Is there a hacker in the lobby? I guess we'll find out very soon. What do I want? I could give NIA, I guess. Where's that tank going? Look, he's all the way back over there.
We are losing.
That was a good nade.
apples.
That was a decent nade.
We have lost objective apples.
No. Hey, Kingslayer. How did he dodge? How could she slap? Yeah. You can see him stuck inside that building there. Dead. 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 Okay, no one's hacking. I think their team just wants to, for some reason, sit at the back of the map.
Losing objective apples.
Losing B. From where? Over there, look.
We
He's
have
there.
lost objective apples.
Almost a collapse. So close. Shot his butt. Oh! I got someone with a tripwire. No scope that guy too. Ooh! How did he not kill me? I'm like, by one shot.
We are losing
Super one shot. Okay, here we go, here we go. This is the big one. Big one, suppressed, and almost dead. Oh my goodness. No.
We have lost lost objective butter.
I don't know where the snipes are coming from, but they're shooting me right now. I think. The problem is sweet spot. It doesn't matter if I get shot in the head or not. We're gonna get pushed back. Damn it.
We have lost the sector.
Okay. That looked good for me.
Retreat to the next sector.
Did I see well ahead? What? Okay. Enemies? Where are the enemies? Over there. Suppression. Suppression. Did you see what level cap had to say? On what platform? On a video? In a tweet? What happened? Need more details. Hello? Hello? Okay, I mean, I don't really know why. I actually hit the stationary weapon? Are you kidding me? But I didn't hit him? I'm kind of open here. There's not really much places to hide. See? This video on the state of BF5. Can you guys leave me alone? Shoot the guys on... Leave me alone. Go for someone else.
We are losing objective apples.
Oh, tank hunter. This video on the state of BF5. If you could shorten it down to a few sentences, the entire 10, 20, 15 minute video, then that would be helpful.
Half of the enemy forces are gone.
You kind of liked it. There's good things and there's bad things. I have no idea how I didn't see that guy. It's basically... If they couldn't casualize it anymore, it's been BF1'd, BF5 has. So the game actually feels quite, when you actually play it, you're kind of like, well, this actually still feels pretty familiar. It still feels pretty familiar, but ultimately, you've probably pissed off more. Oh my god, the same guy. Okay. He said he likes the direction they're going for. They're essentially, what they're doing is they've taken all of the stuff from the old games and they're trying to apply it to the new one, because that's the stuff that people liked from other games previously. That's what they've done. They've taken stuff they liked from BF4, stuff they liked from BF1, and just kind of just thrown it in there and said, hey, you're gonna like this, or you don't play. So you've got the directional arrows from BF4, well, and BF3 actually. You've got the 3D spotting from BF1. You have kind of almost the gunplay of BF1, but with the RNG removed. Because there's less bullet deviation, which is a very interesting choice, because now every assault weapon, every automatic weapon has 0 recoil. There is nothing to control, it's point and shoot, and the bullets just go exactly kind of where you're aiming, but obviously with a little bit of bullet deviation. There's spread. Okay. I don't have a grenade, so I would have thrown a grenade there to kill that guy on the corner. I was just running away from that guy bayonet charging. I couldn't be asked. Yeah, because now that brings up another thing. They've actually it's almost like because they've removed a lot of the recoil now from medic guns. Medic guns are actually pretty accurate at longer ranges, but they're just doing less damage. Like all the guns seem to be more accurate at range, but they just do less damage. That's another kind of change that they've made without kind of mentioning it. Like the main thing they haven't mentioned is the recoil. The recoil is gone for some reason. I guess to make it easier for new players to not have to worry about recoil, they just have to aim about where they're aiming. Just like, oh, aim and shoot, and the bullets will go where you're aiming. But I feel like good players can just take advantage of that more than bad players are gonna. Be affected by it, or like it's gonna help them, because obviously in everyone's eyes when they saw the damage values, they were definitely like, oh shit, they've ruined the game. No scope glare, no nothing, didn't see anyone. From their values themselves, you just go like, oh, what the fuck, like they've obviously they've ruined the game, I'm never gonna play it again. But then now the STG is kind of the best assault rifle again, weirdly, because it has no recoil. I think the recoil on it was probably one of the hardest things to deal with. Even though it's doing less damage overall, the STG is now pretty good. $120 gems. Okay.
A well-deserved victory, soldiers. These poilus are no match for our elite forces. Now stand strong, for they will come again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Now, there's some weapons that they've just literally shit on for no reason, and you're just like, yeah. And the thing is that everyone was saying like, oh, the Suomi's ruined, but the Suomi now has no recoil. So now you've got 50 rounds of high rate of fire, kind of no recoil, because that's the big problem with the Suomi, right? Everyone was like, oh, the damage is going to be reduced, the Suomi's ruined, but actually Suomi's actually still nuts, because there's like no recoil on it. Oh, my dad. Is this enemy fire? No, it's not. Don't let him heal. Oh, double being sniped. I really wanted to push that guy, because now he's just going to get full health and run at us again. Yeah, and that's the thing. They've nerfed the MMGs, at least. That's one positive thing that no one's really mentioned is the MMGs are actually kind of nerfed now. I didn't get killed by an MMG, it felt like, at all when I played BF5 on Thursday. I played BF5 for like 4 or 5 hours on Thursday, and I swear, no one was using MMGs, and people were actually pushing, interestingly. Less camping. Because you can't just camp and expect to do okay. Is this guy dead? Yeah. You can't just camp and expect to like plink people from a window like 100 meters away. You actually have to push in. Because the bullet's doing less damage. They're still accurate, but the likelihood of you hitting someone at range and with more shots is still unlikely, so people are starting to be more aggressive. Okay. Am I dead? Right. I'm just going to put this down just in case someone's chasing me with a flamethrower, which I think they are. Hello? I was going to say, why did my things blow up? Okay. Oh god. Nah. You ain't got the Mars hip fire down. Neither have I apparently. You gotta shoot like a bit like CS, you know, where you shoot at the end of your strafe. That's what you're gonna do with the. That's what you gotta do with the Mars. You gotta shoot at the end of your strafe, so you have a couple of milliseconds of high accuracy. Okay. And now I have 1 bullet, literally 1 bullet. I'm gonna have to just run around with this and quickscope people. Hopefully, they die in 1 shot. Yo, Cruel Huntsman, thank you for the 11 months. Oh, he was on health, thankfully. Okay, team, good shit. Do the best, do the best. I had 1 bullet. If I headshot him, maybe he would die. Yo, thanks, Cruel. Yeah, back to work, dude. I don't know what kind of work it is, but I hope it's not boring. Yeah, I got 11 rounds. Where did I get these rounds from? Okay, headshot. Okay. Oh.
Objective apples.
There we go. He's coming? Is he coming? Where is he? He says he's coming. Hey. I don't understand where we're getting ammo from. Oh, my teammate blocked me. Okay.
We have taken objective apples.
Hello? How did he get there without anyone seeing him? Our whole team's here. There's more. I know there is because I've seen them already. I hear them. There they are. I have the okayest aim. Not the best. We know he's gonna run through that smoke eventually. Have I played Postscription? It's too simulaty for me. I don't like simulation games. One shot, instantly dead. You know. What? I clicked, did it shoot? No, the kill steal as well. You just watched Jack's video? Has Jack got his opinions about the TTK as well? Do I need to make a video about the TTK? Is that how things is that the full-on video meta right now? Yes? Oh jeez. Okay. I was going to make a BF1 video for tomorrow, but we can do BF1 another time. I'm not going to do it on stream, though, because I need to get all my points down on a piece of paper. The heck? Where did he just go? Behind me? Where did he go? I didn't see him at all. Okay. I don't know how he didn't see me, but... What is my opinion on the TTK? It's not as bad as even I thought and other people thought. It's made people slightly more aggressive in the game because you can't just camp far away and try and laser people with bipods and... Sniping... One thing I don't understand is why they didn't touch sniping at all. So what they did recently, if you didn't know, was every single sniper in Battlefield 5 was given a damage increase. To increase body shot damage. Minimum body shot damage, that is. So before, the SMLE and the Krag and the Ross had like a minimum damage, a max range of like 52 damage. And they basically changed that, so it's like a minimum of like 58, 62, and like 60 respectively, right? Depending on the gun. And weirdly, they've now nerfed all the other guns and kept the snipers exactly the same. So that now snipers... So like, not only snipers have just had a buff, and now they've not been nerfed alongside all the other guns. And it's kind of like, well... Don't get me wrong, I love doing high body shot damage and getting the easy kills because they can't heal in time. You know, but at the same time, it's like, well, now sniping is so good. It's like, it seems to be the viable option. And then you've got the jungle carbine, which has not been touched, by the way. Exactly the same range, exactly the same damage. So the 2-shot range, headshot range, all exactly the same. And the jungle carbine is now the best semi-auto gun in the game, without a doubt. I mean, I haven't looked at the TTK values, but it's now better than snipers. Like, that's why I don't really want to snipe on Battlefield 5 because I'm just like, why am I forcing myself to use a sniper when I could just use the jungle carbine and heal myself? Another thing that I've noticed is, if you think about the fact that medics can just heal themselves endlessly as well. I mean, that's never been addressed. It's just always been like, yeah, well, that's just how medics are. They can always heal themselves. But in BF5, it's like, it's insane how much they can heal themselves. Just keep themselves alive forever. I think that's something that's probably going to be addressed in the future. But yeah, I think nerfing the snipers back to where they were before. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure most people didn't even notice that they'd buffed the sniper's range or the minimum damage. Right? You guys probably didn't notice. But essentially, they could just nerf the damage so that it's back to where it was. At least then it's something. There you go. Why do they change it? What I'm thinking... Well, I've already discussed this. I think ultimately the reason why they've changed it is to appeal to Steam users in the new year. And they're essentially doing a test of the new TTK to see if people will accept it, and then they'll tone it down a little bit, and then people can't be mad because they've toned it down. You know, everyone complained like, this is too much, I'm not having fun. Okay, we'll tone it down. You know, and then they win. They're like, no one can complain. We turned it down when you asked. There you go. And then they'll put it in like a mid-ground between what they have now and what they had before. As opposed to changing it a little bit and everyone getting mad. Now they can guarantee that people can't be mad if they actually eventually listen and say, look, we turned it down a little bit. Keep everyone happy. My main issue as well is that there's like no recoil on the auto weapons. And I've always had a problem with the fact that recoil, I feel like, is one of the most skillful things to control in a gunfight. And if there's no recoil, then I don't know. It's less about aim at that point because you're not having to think about where to aim to adjust to the recoil after every shot. There's no recoil. Nade like landed on me. You. The jumping assault player.
We are losing objective butter.
Have you seen They Shall Not Grow Old? Or have I? Is that the one where they have the coloured pictures?
We have lost objective butter.
The coloured video of World War I. I think I have. Don't you resent being dicked around? Well, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's actually the truth. I don't know if that's the truth or if that's, you know, or if there's another reason that we don't know about. You know, there could be.
Return to the combat area.
According to the community manager, Mr. Freeman, he says the reason why they're changing the TTK is to make a less frustrating experience for everyone, not just new players, but also long-term players. So they've changed the time to kill or the gunplay in general because they say that right now, according to their data, people die so quickly and they feel like it was unfair, so they stop playing the game. So by slowing the time to kill overall, when people die, they at least feel like they had a chance, as opposed to, like, if you compare it to something like Call of Duty, where every death is just hopeless. Pretty sure that guy's like stream sniping because he's killing me in every location while I'm running.
An anti-vehicle kit is available near your location.
I thought they were changing it to force more people to play the objective. No, I doubt. You can't. People aren't going to play the objective more just because you change the gunplay. You know? They're waiting until I stop in a certain place.
We have taken objective
and then flying over it. Repair interrupted. Repair interrupted. Repair interrupted. We don't have any planes on it though, so it's never going to go down. Repair interrupted. Repair interrupted. They'll come back down for me. Too obvious. Do you think DICE is trying to cater for the unhappy COD crowd? No. I don't think that's... They're not going to buy the game anymore. they're not planning on buying BF5, so.
We have lost objective apples.
Again.
Half of the enemy forces are gone.
Again. Unfortunate, man. Am I quitting VO5? Oh, I don't know. Depends what Brexit says. You know? I have to listen to Brexit at the end of the day. And if Brexit thinks I shouldn't play BS5, then I'll listen to it. Brexit, the ultimate overlord. Same team, really? Okay, look, okay. In the middle of the map. Same happens.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Keep. Come on, headshots. Oh boy. Permanent TTK changes. Well, then I think they're going to tone it back. I think the ultimate goal is to tone it back eventually. So start off with something that people will get angry about, but ultimately just turn it back. But then it's still changed to what they wanted, but now people can't be mad at it. You know?
We have lost objective butter.
Got him there. What the heck? How did he get there?
We are losing objective Charlie.
20 damage. 5 rounds. Yo, TGN, thank you for the 38 months. More hit from these guys. Yeah. Almost took them all out. Mars alone. Yo, thank you TGN for the 38 months. 3 years and 2 months. Thank you.
We are losing objective Charlie.
But that's what they did. What did they do it with? I'm pretty sure they did it with something. What was it? There was an update that they did, and then they turned it back. I mean, it was probably the TTK update last year, if I remember. But
we have lost the sector.
Yeah.
Return to the combat area.
That one. Oh, I'm being suppressed hard. And before bombed. So much suppression, dude. Yeah, suppressed again.
The enemy has reached the final objective.
must be more lads. Where are the lads? I just ran out of lads. That's the problem. Once you run out of lads. What else? I can get a couple more lads in a second. Res. You can res him. Right there. The issue of not enough lads. The sequel. Okay. I don't want to be ladded by these guys. They might lad me. Don't block. Don't block. Let me still shoot. As long as I can still shoot, I'm fine. Don't block. Run out of lads again. There was a lot of lads, and now there's not any lads left. Dead. Dead lad. See, all these clips together, if I got all of these kills together, it'd be nice. But it's just taking so long. Get over here! Who's that? The Fleischman. Thank you for the host, my dude. Hit marker, 80 damage. Can't even do a nade because I ran out. There's so many lads now. Now there's too many lads. Now I can't deal with this many lads. You know? Now there's too many lads. And we're screwed. I'm gonna have to retreat from the lads. I'm done. He's gonna razz a character. Okay, now we're in a good lad position. Yo, Nuba Tuba, thank you very much for the 19 months. Thank you. Oh, there were so many lads.
We have held our defenses.
Yo, Nuba Tuba.
Victory is ours. So rest, men, for I am sure we will soon be marching towards Paris.
Do I need to watch
Do I
need to watch Jack Frags and Level Caps videos on TTK?
Defending in depth. But at Marne, the French proved that a new type of war.
Just chatting streamer? I've not watched them yet. Let's have a look. Which one's more controversial? Jax or Level Caps? I think Level Cap said he liked the TTK, which again is, you know, for most Redditors, it's unacceptable. Jack's video. Watch Jack's video. This is Mr. Jack Frags. If you guys didn't, you guys know Jack Frags? You guys know Jack Frags? Yeah, yeah, you guys know. Maybe. You know Jack Frags? Anyone? Who? Yeah, he's a small Battlefield streamer. I mean, YouTuber, I guess.
If you've played.
Apparently, I mean, look, it says he's only got 3 subs. So, look, he's only got 3 subs. So, you know, be nice to him. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go pee first, and then I'll be back. Yeah, remember to sub to my boy Jack Frag. See if we can get him to 10 subscribers. Okay? He'd be over the moon.
Battlefield 5 since patch 5.2. If you've played Battlefield 5 since patch 5.2 released, I want to do a vote that anyone watching this video can participate in. Consider this, based on your experience playing the game so far with the new damage values. Leave a like if you like how the game feels now, and leave a dislike if you don't like how it feels now. Simple, don't.
Wow. That's a lot of dislikes. I thought more people would say how they like it. But hey.
Done. Good, let's discuss. So earlier this week, patch 5.2 released, and with it came a ton of bug fixes, new features, and also sweeping changes to the meta of the game affecting bullet damage and introducing passive spotting. The bullet damage tweaks have changed how the game feels. You now need more bullets to eliminate enemies, especially at medium and long ranges. Weapons are no longer as lethal as they once were. The passive spotting has introduced a new system whereby enemies that are close to you and within your cone of vision will automatically have red dots or indicators above their heads even if they're not spotted. You don't have to be looking at them directly either for this to occur. My opinion of these two particular elements in short is that they are not positive changes for the game, and I don't think Battlefield 5 needed this. I liked how fast the time to kill was, and introducing passive spotting elements that show you where enemies are without the player having to look or listen devalue the tactical appeal and overall feel of the game. The minimap now even shows you the direction that enemies are facing. These changes have also come too late in the life of the game. Active players of Battlefield 5 obviously played the game because they enjoyed the thing that you spent the most time doing, shooting. They've got used to how that feels and plays over the last 13 months, and that's why they've invested time and money into it. With the latest patch, that all goes out the window. In terms of weapon balance, it appears that the goal of this was to solidify each weapon type into its own sweet spot damage range, and on certain weapons it has achieved that goal. Assault rifles like the STG-44 and Ribby, for example, still feel pretty strong to me, and I quite like how they feel and haven't noticed much of a difference. The same for something like the Type 100 SMG at close and medium ranges. It's still...
We're getting an ad.
You know, a bouquet? It's not just
right,
a bunch
well,
of flowers.
whilst that ad plays, because I'm going to play the ad for Jack, give him the ad rev. It's true. Too late in the game cycle. Really. It's too late in the game cycle to have an update like this, right? Everyone's already got used to the gunplay, which we were forced into, and we didn't have a choice over, right? At the beginning, and everyone's been playing it for what, a year and a half now, right? And then they suddenly just throw it all on us, and they're like, "Okay, but we were changing now," even though you've got used to that weapon and this thing. And you're like, and then some people are like, "Well, you know, maybe it's good that they mix things up." It's like, yeah. But, like, not like this. Am I quitting BF5, though? Well, we'll have to see. As I said, I haven't got my letter from Brexit yet. Okay.
People. The Lewis gun for support is quite decent. However, plenty of other guns in the game are now inconsequential and irrelevant, feeling like they take way too many bullets to kill targets at medium ranges. The M1907, FG42 and the MG42 are good examples of this. There is a big disconnect now between how the gun looks like it should perform, what your experiences and expectations are, and what it can actually achieve. Long-range gameplay outside of the bolt-action rifles, which weren't changed, is now unrewarding and heavily discouraged. DICE want you to close the gap, that's obvious, but the problem with this is that Battlefield maps are big, and taking out people at longer ranges is satisfying. Not anymore. That element of the game has gone. Since the patch, if I see targets at long ranges, I start to engage them, I notice the small amount of damage that I'm hitting them for, and I just tend to move on. And you have to consider what hasn't changed. You're still engaging here with soft, unarmored human targets. So it's obvious that if DICE want to stick with this new damage model, more care and attention has to be paid to certain weapons that just don't make sense statistically anymore. As for passive spotting, I think it's one of the worst additions to the game so far. It 100% makes the game easier, and it punishes players who want to take advantage of stealthy play, removing that tactical option. Since the patch gameplay is a sea of red markers for your team and the enemy team. And I thought that we'd moved away from this. When you throw the spam of spotting players into the mix, and most of the time, especially on game modes like Breakthrough or Frontlines, where there's only one or two objectives in play at a time, you are either spotted or passively spotted. This is terrible for intelligent gameplay options and player satisfaction. One of the key pillars of the design of Battlefield 5, based on what we've heard developers at DICE.
By the way, just watch the recoil. I think this is something that a lot of, maybe Jack will mention it later. Just look at the recoil of the weapons. It doesn't exist. I mean, it was barely noticeable before, but the gun doesn't move. It just goes, you're just lasering people.
say is that they didn't want people to play the user interface. But now, look at it. That's exactly what we're doing. There's plenty of bugs with this too, where it's occurring through smoke, through walls, and instances where it shouldn't be triggered, but it is. It's a feature that's not ready.
It's bong.
Look at this! Why can I see them? Does anybody not think that's mad?
So you have to ask yourself, why were these things done? What was the purpose of these massive changes, and what are the possible side effects? Before we get into that though, ask yourself, what was your perceived sentiment of the game over the last couple of months? For me personally, since the start of October and throughout November with the release of Operation Underground and the new Pacific maps, I've really been enjoying my time playing the game. When Underground released, I remember looking at the server list and just smiling, seeing the amount of full servers, people in the queue. And then with the Pacific, two gorgeous maps, the best breakthrough experience, US, Japan, flamethrowers, German tanks, katanas, BF5 began to feel and look like a fun sandbox battlefield game. The amount of positivity that I saw online from the players, on social media, in YouTube comments, reviews from the press, people I know personally who had stopped playing the game after launch and didn't enjoy it, actually came back and were now just hardcoring the Pacific playlist. So I thought to myself, great, we know we've got Wake Island coming up too, private games on the horizon, and the core gameplay is where it needs to be now. BF5 has found its identity, and the current player base are undeniably enjoying this. To grow from that point and succeed is adding more of those well-known World War II battles, Eastern Front, US in France, more North Africa, maybe more Pacific, and fixing bugs and adding cool new cosmetics, animations, weapons, gadgets, experimenting with more new game modes like Outpost, and grow the scope of the game in year 2. That's the way forward. Instead, we've had patch 5.2, which changes the core gunplay and spotting considerably. And this brings me back to why. Why has this happened? There must be some solid reasoning for DICE to do this, considering the positive sentiment of the community. From my perspective, I'm an active current player of the game who lives and breathes Battlefield. I personally wasn't seeing or feeling much negativity about time to kill or spotting, and changing those goes against the wishes of the current player base. It doesn't make much sense. So why then? Why do you think this has happened? Well, I think there's a couple of potential reasons, and I'm not saying these are 100% right. I don't know this for sure, and I am just making my best guesses. In terms of gunplay, it could be seen as an attempt to rebalance things, make more guns viable, change up the meta a bit. Has it achieved that goal? For some weapons, yes. For most of them, no. And it has eradicated long-range gunplay unless you're using a sniper rifle. Another potential reason, and I think this is the truth based on my knowledge of gaming and business, this has been done in an honest attempt to make the game more accessible and retain new players. But I don't think it will work in its current form. It's a big mistake. And all it's achieved so far is to annoy the current vocal player base who are being very outspoken about it. The whole thing is unnecessary, and the writing on the wall was there a year ago when this happened the first time. It baffles me that it's happened again. It's caught the attention of some ex-DICE devs too. Indigoed here used to work at DICE LA and had this to say. I wish I still had access to the data showing retention and churn of players in BF5. The 5.2 TTK update is almost certainly an attempt to make those KPIs perform better. If we see a revert in January, February, March, the data probably looks worse in 5.2. If changes are kept, it worked.
This is exactly what I said yesterday. In the case of, I didn't actually see this tweet. They're doing everything off data, right? And if their data says that players aren't enjoying themselves, instead of listening to the vocal minority, as I've said before, you know, there's a little bit of a echo chamber in Reddit, in even in Twitch, even in YouTube, where you have a minority of the player base, you know, probably not the majority. Most people aren't on social media websites. That of, like, most people just play the game casually and don't even realize that there's even a community in the background. So the majority of the data, or the things that they're going to listen to, is the data. Sorry, the majority of the things that they're actually going to listen to is the data, because that's all they have that's guaranteed to affect all the players, not only a small amount. Right? So they're going to look at the data, and as this guy says, if the changes are kept, then more newer players must have kept playing Because why would and if it didn't work,
So what
loads
does
of
that
players
mean
stop
then?
playing.
There's a couple of businessy phrases in there. My understanding of it, retention, that's the continued use of someone playing the game. Churn in this capacity means when an existing player or any kind of return player stops playing the game and doesn't come back to it. And KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, a measurable value of how effective a business is in achieving certain objectives. He's saying that in his opinion, the 5.2 TTK changes are perhaps designed to increase retention, keep people playing for longer, and reduce churn, which means less players leaving the game and never logging back in again. If people are playing for longer and not leaving, they become more invested and are more likely to spend money on cosmetics and support the business of DICE and continued development of the game and the growth of the Battlefield franchise. In some respects, DICE obviously think that these changes will help. Why? Well, my assumption is because they think these changes will make the game easier and more accessible. How? Well, let's look at those first. Longer time to kill means that you take longer to die. Dying is annoying. If you die over and over again, it might cause you to close the game and never log back in. You didn't enjoy it. But with a longer time to kill and lower bullet damage, this means that you've got longer to react and fire back, get in cover, more survivable, which ultimately means that you're dying less and not as quickly. The passive spotting system, well, I think that's been introduced as a crutch for new players, so enemies are easier to spot and the game is more readable. You will automatically be told now who the bad guys are and where they're shooting at you from if you're close enough. If what I've just talked about is true, I don't think the gameplay changes that have been implemented in patch 5.2 will achieve that objective.
This is Tyler.
Okay. Again, I'm going to let this ad play out. Give Jack the ad rev. But it's true. What he's saying is exactly right. It's they're trying to achieve something, or they're trying to make newer players, right? They're trying to make newer players feel more comfortable in the game. But I actually don't think that this is the way to go either, because I'm pretty sure that if you removing the recoil, as I was showing you in the thing, that just makes it even easier for the better players to just manipulate the game. Maybe the less skilled players or the new players are dying less or slower, so they might survive more fights. But ultimately, I think that it makes the game feel less like skillful, right? If you are a long-term player, you're kind of like, well, this is a lot easier now, and I'm still shitting on the new players. And so, in the end, all that's happened is you've made the game easier for the top players, and they kind of lose a little bit more interest because they're like, I'm not really having to really think about what I'm doing because now there's no recoil. The newbie players still aren't hitting the shots that they're supposed to survive. What else? MMGs were one of the newbiest guns in the game, and now they've been nerfed. You know, sniping is one of the best things to do in the game, and again, sniping in Battlefield 5 is probably more difficult than other Battlefields, and so new players, if they try and snipe, are probably again going to be disappointed. You stand still, another sniper is going to kill you if they have any experience. So it's kind of like, where is the at what point has it made it easier for newer players to get better? What aspect of these additions aren't actually more helpful to the players that already play the game and make it less fun because you don't have to be that good to be good anymore? It lowers the skill ceiling. You know what I mean? It does baffle me a little bit, and why they didn't just kind of test it first, on a CTE like they did with the other games, just to see, hey, what do you guys think? Because obviously a lot of the people in the CTE are usually veteran players. So yeah, I think ultimately they might end up just turning it down, not off. They're not reverting it back, but they're going to turn it down until eventually they reach about like a mid ground. But they had to kind of go full force on the TTK changes so that people had something to complain about that will then get better. Kind of like a redemption arc. A redemption arc of updates. So kind of like, oh, we did a really bad update, but we made it better. Hey, you like us again. Right, come back and play. I think that might be
player retention and getting new players in, that there are many other factors about the game that turn people off in the first place and stopped them from playing. For example, a lack of robust tutorials, performance problems, stuttering, bugs, a decent team balancer, cheaters on PC, no community servers yet, and the fact that for whatever reason it took 6 months before a new map was released in a live service game. Wrapping things up, I thought the gunplay and time to kill was good. I thought the lack of automatic spotting was fine, and I'm looking forward to the new Operation Sandbox style maps. What's worse about this for me is that I felt that no one in the majority currently playing the game has asked for these changes, and the game was on the way up again. Positivity was high, the marketing has been way better with the trailers recently too, and getting new players in would be easy if you add that classic World War II content that we talked about. Flesh out the live service. And some other things you could do are more free trial weekends. You could advertise EA Access and Origin Access way more than you do, spending less time in menus and more time in game, changing the spawn flow, having a better kill cam so players understand where they got killed from, how much damage they took and where from. Even something, if it's possible, like adding cross-platform support. But changing the core gameplay, which people love, was not the right answer for me. The 5.2 gunplay and passive spotting, in my opinion, are dumbing the game down and going against its original design principles, which we've been playing with since release. We are now playing the user interface and being less attentive, using our eyes, ears and brains less. It's not as satisfying, and it removes gameplay opportunities that could be had before. We're now forced to play at close and medium ranges on huge maps, and some guns just don't make sense anymore. And think about this too, what's the most popular first-person shooter at the moment? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it feels like that has a quicker time to kill than Battlefield did before this patch.
Yeah.
Do I think DICE will revert these changes completely? No, it's their game. They call the shots, they've done this because they felt it was the right thing for the game. Do I think they will look at these changes in more detail and fix the oversights that have been made here? I hope so. Some guns just don't make sense anymore, and it's glaringly obvious that more thought and testing should have gone into this before it released, and really all it's done is sow seeds of distrust within the fans of DICE and the player base. BF5 ultimately is a bit of a roller coaster. One good thing though is that they've said that they are meeting on Monday to discuss feedback about this and figure out where to go with it next. Also, there was a live stream last week before this patch had even come out, where David Serlin said that internally they're testing a build that removes some of the TTK changes and keeps the ranged stuff. Whatever that means, it was a bit unclear, but it just feels like it's all over the shop at the moment. DICE keep moving the goalposts, and it's really not good for the game or the player base. Also, most of the stuff in patch 5.2 was a win, in my opinion. I love that tanks are more viable now if you play with them intelligently. I like the changes to the AP mines, and there's been some good other quality of life fixes. But of course, that stuff, and arguably the release of Wake Island next week, has been overshadowed by this. With that said, thank you for watching. It'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wait, I was gonna leave a like for Jack, but then I remembered that I'm not gonna dislike Jack's video on stream because that gives. I'll just leave it. That was Jack Frags. Remember, he's got 3 subs, so make sure. Oh, bye. He's got 3 subs, so make sure to give him a sub because he needs it. He needs 4 subs at least. Yeah. So it is interesting. It is interesting, the way they've gone about it. Jack basically covered pretty much all the points I said, apart from the fact that he didn't mention anything about the recoil reduction, which again I think is a thing that's quite significant. Like that's probably one of the biggest. Well, apart from obviously the bullet damage, that's major, but the recoil reduction as well is very interesting. Probably makes playing on console a little bit easier across the board anyway. Because I know that controlling recoil on console is just a pain as it is. Why does it have so many dislikes? Because Jack gave everyone a thing saying, if you like the new TTK, give it a dislike. If you don't, give it a like. Yeah. So, that's what's happened. Yeah, Jack had some good points there. Yeah, definitely deserves the 10 subs. So many guns are useless now. Well, that's what I mean. They've gone for a full... They've gone for a full instant reaction, kind of like There's a word for it where basically they go all 150% and then bring it back to 125%. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what's happened. They've overdone it, and now then they're going to reduce it so that people feel more comfortable with it, as opposed to doing it a little bit and then people complaining anyway. You know, there's always a positive in that. What should I play? Montegrappa. Seems like they shifted the focus from shoot first to aim for heads. Yeah. But honestly, I don't know if it's better or worse to reduce the recoil for everyone. The only thing I can imagine is it doesn't feel as satisfying. Doesn't feel as satisfying with the new recoil because you don't have anything to control. You're just kind of like, wow, everything's a bit easy now. Not really, don't have to worry about it. Is Discord down? Apparently, yeah. Unfortunately. What are my thoughts on skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare? In theory, it shouldn't be there, really. But at the same time, if their data suggests that newer players or less skilled players are playing the game for longer, then it makes sense. Ultimately, the games companies are not trying to appeal to small groups. They're not even trying to appeal to people that play the game the most. They're appealing to the majority of the people that play the game. And that's what keeps people playing the game for longer and making them more money, ultimately. That's how it works. So, you could play the game for 1,000 hours, but they're more likely to listen to 1,000 people that have 1 hour. You know? And that's what's happened with Call of Duty. They looked at the data and gone, skill-based matchmaking, that's the way to go. It keeps people happiest overall. Everything's full, man. Coming into service. That's depressing? It's not depressing. That's business, dude. A lot of these companies aren't making these games for fun anymore. Obviously, they're passionate. The developers are passionate, but the people who actually produce the games are there to make money. That's just how it is. You kind of got to accept that, right? The ultimate goal is to make it profitable. That's how it is. You can't, you know. And that's what I'm saying. The developers, the people who actually make the game, are probably passionate, but ultimately they're controlled by a larger, you know, a bigger force in the background. The force, exactly.
Liebste Schwester, es heißt, der Kaiser habe den Kindern angesichts unseres ruhmreichen Sieges einen Tag Schulfrei.
Am I going to play BF6? Well, maybe. Okay, we're going with the assembly, I think. Oh, the game ended. That's like the third time that's happened now. But that's the thing. You can't even complain. You know? That's just how it is. I'm not even saying, like, that companies shouldn't make money. Like, these games wouldn't exist without profits. So you kind of just have to be like, no, okay, fair enough. If you want more passionate developers and producers, then I guess you've got to invest more into indie companies and hope that they make something more with more kind of love behind it, you know? Oh, come on. Said that there was a space in the server. I'm just trying to get into a match, dude. Am I in? I'm in. In Apex, people are creating Smurf accounts. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly one of the reasons why I don't think, especially in a free-to-play game.
Running, we have to travel
Yo, Vexy, thank you for the 6 months. And yeah, thanks, dude.
Our fleet has entered the Gulf.
I hope to bring some thought to the table. What have I just done? I have spawned with the Gover 98. Okay. Might go with M903. I haven't decided yet. The whole point of today's stream was that I was supposed to be getting clips for a BF1 video tomorrow, and so far I haven't actually done anything really cool. So. Rip. Who's that? Where are you? What is a Smurf account? So with skill-based matchmaking, your account on your Battle.net launch or whatever is obviously given a rating to how good you are. But if you create a new account, that rating gets reset, so you'll get put against players that are less skilled, and you can keep creating accounts and smurfing. Psycho BSU with the tier 2, 14 months. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Psycho. Tier 2. 10 emotes shared because of the tier 2 as well. I don't remember where the head is. Of course he's got. I'm being sniped by 3 different snipers. They're all aiming at me. 4 snipers. Oh god. And a plane? Why am I spotted? Go away. I've been watching a few Apex streamers. They're not having a lot of fun, whether it be in casual or ranked. Because obviously in ranked, you have to play to the meta, obviously, because you have to play to the meta in ranked, because if you want to win, then obviously, you know, you've got to focus on that. But in casual, you should feel like you should be able to fuck around, but you can't because everyone's sweating in casual as well.
We have taken the sector.
What? How did I not kill you?
Clear the sector from enemy presence. We have secured the sector.
The guy died, I think, as well. There's no way he would have survived that fall. Oh.
Half of our forces remain.
Did you say you can't snipe pilots in BF5? You can snipe pilots. Am I dead? You can snipe pilots in BF5. You just have to... You have to aim in a certain place whilst they're flying away from you. There's like a load of rules. And then in Pacific, the planes can't be sniped because they haven't added the pilot model into the planes in Pacific.
Is within our reach.
Again, just Battlefield things. People. Hello? From over there? Where? Oh. Okay. The guy hid me. I set myself up. Okay. I have to wait until my health's back because I'm pretty sure this guy's just watching. Although he hasn't shot my teammates yet. Very low. Yeah, as far as we've noticed, like all of the sniper dudes, we've not been able to kill a single pilot in the Pacific. I've not seen a single pilot snipe on the Pacific yet, because I'm pretty sure it don't work yet. Hasn't been added in. Suppression there. Ruined me. I'm pretty sure there's people spawning on my right hand side. He's just gonna aim at this rock forever. Wow, such a skilled player. Oh, there you go. They were still up there as well, so I probably got shot in my side too. Worst thing is, if I just threw a nade, I could kill him instantly. Hold on. Wait for it. Let me just respawn in 10 minutes. Is he still there? No, he's... Oh! Different guy now. Hello? That was a headshot. What are you talking about?
Throwing grenade, watch it!
I'm shooting him in the face! What are you talking about?
50 of our soldiers remain.
That's why I'm not aiming down sight. I don't want to spray me to death and things. Ugh. How does this game look better than BF5? Well, because there's no random blurring of the game that you have in BF5. Might be that. There's other things as well. Just watch them. Well, that's an automatic go if I ever saw one. No, planes incoming. Bombers. I probably would have died if I hadn't.
We have taken objective apples.
No. Oh. Let's go. I should have noticed those guys. Hey, Bobby G.
We are losing objective
The
apples.
graphics are clean. I don't know if it's the graphics, just the environments. You can, well, I mean, you've kind of got the same spotting in this game as you have as what they've added in BF5, where players kind of just show up. That air grenade. That Kobe. Risky.
20 of our soldiers remain.
Two sides. Maybe instead of a cool BF1 video, you can do a video where you talk about how you feel about the BF5 changes. I mean, a lot of it's already been covered in Jack's video, basically. And ultimately, you know, there's not that much that's changed for what I do. Like, you know, I'm kind of just like snipers only, and snipers are exactly the same. And so me trying to talk about stuff that I don't usually play. Me trying to talk about stuff that I don't usually play with, it's kind of like a bit of like a, I don't know. I probably play with SMGs like 5% of my entire Battlefield career, so trying to talk about like how it changed is like, it doesn't really make sense. Oh. That guy with the Automatico, I thought he was going to rush me, so I just try and kill him. What's my opinion about BF5 right now? The new content's cool. I like it when they bring out the new content. But the changes I feel just didn't need to be done.
Oil fields for our great empire. But news has reached
it's all part of something bigger though. That's what I think.
We need to redeploy immediately.
The changes are so drastic that I think that there's something coming that they're doing it for, not just to help current players or even new players that will come just off their own back. I think it's got something to do with the Steam integration. Ever since June? What do you mean? Pacific content was amazing. Pacific content was clearly the best addition they've had to this game. Alongside the Greek maps. And then even then I think Mercury was kind of like the cherry. Okay. Smelly marksman. Gaming account number 52 and number 54. Odd. They don't seem to be hackers. But why? What are they then? Where's the scope, Glen Dice? Get wrecked, dude. Shoot. What was that angle, dude? I couldn't see him at all. Net cafe, yeah, probably. Although they're not doing anything. See that guy. Let's go.
Objective butter.
What? Okay. Where are the shots going? Here we go. Too many angles. Team, thank you. I don't have any ammo. Where's the? I need a support player kit. I need support player kit. Is there, yeah, we go. Dead. Okay, we're pushing. Run out of targets. 1, 2. Ooh, in trouble now. Yeah. Okay, we can do more. We can do more here. I'm getting rezzed? Are you crazy? It's not too many targets. Fuck, he's still in the exact same place. It's so annoying. I kept on peeking to see where he was. Bandages would have been great. Well, yeah, I know. Bandages need to be re-implemented. But it's too late now. You can't make game-changing changes towards the end of the game's life cycle. It's too late.
We are losing objective butter.
Oh, why is there so many? This is gonna be hard. I'm better off slightly closer. Medium range.
Half of our forces remain.
Oh, come on, dude. Manual mortars in BF1. I'm surprised my team hasn't pushed in now. Now that the train, the train's not dead quite yet. Quite yet. Soon. Baby Yoda. Okay. What? Dude, the SMLE is so nuts. Nutty.
We have taken the sector.
What? Too much suppression.
Sentry kit is available near your location.
Jeez, man. I'm almost dead. There's a guy shooting just over where I am. Someone hit me. Damn. Now the SMLE is OP, man. That's why I'm using the SMLE. Smashing it. Smashing it. But I need it because my team doesn't seem to be able to push without it, so...
Return to the combat area.
Oh god. I'm out of the zone. Can't. Okay, I got that guy. Body shot. What's just sitting on the floor there? Prototype glasses. What the hell are prototype glasses? Behind? This shouldn't be happening. We have a tank literally aiming at where these guys are shooting from. You know? I can't hit him. Ground shakes too much. Not a fan of this.
We have taken the sector.
Okay, thanks team for noticing that guy.
Clear the sector from enemy presence.
Oh my god. Do I play 1440p? No. I still play a 1080. I just lock it to 1440. How did that not kill you? What? Where did that guy go? Well, don't run through that door. Otherwise, you'll both die. Guy on... Oh, he's dead. Oh, the vehicle's gonna... skillfully dispatch me. With his giant balls. I think I'm being mortared now. Okay, this is a bit risky, but we're doing it.
We have taken objective.
Okay, there's a lot of dudes. Everywhere. That's exactly why I did that. Now I don't have any. This is getting silly.
We are losing objective Alpha.
No, it looked like he was still reloading. It looked like he was still reloading, so I thought I had a chance. That was really silly. Just running through smoke and no one knowing what the hell was going on, so they just kind of ran around corners. Got lost. Oh, smooth frame rate, man. Makes all the difference in the world. Without smooth frame rate, none of this would be possible. Oh, I hear someone upstairs. There's a guy in this doorway. Even a headshot, I think, is like 52 damage. I can't remember, so... Bit around the corner there. Oh, I know. I know you can go ham with the Automatico. Oh, I see that. You quit BF5? Sad face. Feels bad, man. Wait, that guy's almost dead. Don't let him get away. No! Not letting you get away with that with low health. Get healed or something. Knife. Did die. I should have put down the trip mine and then shot the trip mine. That would have been smarter. Because then he would have run through thinking, got this guy. Nice. Nice to it.
We have taken the sector. Clear the sector from enemy presence.
He's down here, isn't he? I think he's dead, actually.
We have secured the sector.
Okay. Barely saw him. Barely saw him. Went down. Oh, come on. Like an easy shot. What? Insta-death, man. There's a guy. Yeah. Come on, peek it for more than 0.02 seconds.
The final objective is within reach.
I just needed him to look the other way for 0.5 seconds more and then he'd be dead. The Estimile is the best sniper rifle in the game. Your friend is insane. We need him to drop down and then we can stab him. He died. I did press F, but hey, just spam F for me. $100 service stars with the Vidas Parissa. I've seen many a time 100 service stars with the horses as well. Team, come on. Gotta have more awareness than that. This is gonna be hard to get the headshots because I have to aim. I can't remember exactly where to aim with the SMLE at long range for headshot.
20 of our soldiers remain.
Okay, I was gonna pick up the cat in the bag. He's in a Barbie bag. But he wasn't having any of it. Why can I see that guy's scope glint through the wall? Body shot! No way. Why'd I stop using the from a stop? Because the from a stop isn't as good at range. You only use the from a stop with really high damage, close range sniper rifles. I guess you could use it with the SMLE, but Mars is all around better. So annoying, dude. Again, this is what people used to do. They used to go around with the horsemen. They take literally 5 times one. They're like 5 times a single player, and you can't beat them. There's literally nothing you can do as an infantryman to beat them, apart from maybe the, what's it called, the assault troopers rocket gun.
Most unexpected, but they lack our spirit men.
It was so stupid.
And they will be defeated.
And people used to think they were the god players with their 4 KDs, like horsemen only. It's like it's literally like playing as a kill streak only. In Battlefield,
We are
that's what
being
it's like.
reinforced with an armored train.
Just rocket gun them. Yeah, I think you can one-shot them if you rocket gun them in the body, not in the horse. Very silly. I'm sure there's like there must be a place you can like kill 8 people with one shot or something. Mad. This guy's lagging like mad. Okay, didn't take damage from that one? I'm avoiding their reaction speed. Right here. Heavy trooper with, what was it? 100 service stars with the Villa Perosa. Damn. Villa Perosa man over there. I don't think I have a bayonet. You gonna just aim at me, I guess, then, with your little scope glint? They have an artillery truck as well. Edge of the map. Oh, dude, move. Come on, man. Both dead now. $94 damage in 2 hits? Okay. Thought it'd do more than that. You can only bayonet sentries. That's like the only... And there's horsemen, but they have to be off their blade. Oh, actually, no. If they're... You can't bayonet horsemen because when they come with the horse, they just become a normal soldier. So, you don't need to. Okay, that was extremely lucky. I'm taking them out from the back flanks. Oh!
We have taken objective.
Well, we're gonna win, and I'm gonna be on 99. No, 99 kills, not even a hundy bomb. What kind of noob am I? All I needed was that last kill.
I salute you, men, for you have fought like lions and seen off this brutal foe. But
now it's time for ultimate long-range one-shotter online.
Into the desert.
Once the British had secured the vital Suez Canal, they continued their pursuit of the Turks into the depths of the Sinai Desert. Here, the Ottoman army had built temporary but strong defenses.
The worst thing is, if I'd not attacked those guys, the game would have lasted longer and I could have got 100 kills. But because I actually went and stopped them capping the objective, no 100 kills. You guys want to see a cat? Can I show the cat? I don't know if I can show the cat.
We pursue the Ottomans into the depths of the Sinai Desert.
Kind of.
A place so vast that I feel insignificant, so timeless.
We
that
don't
I
know
think
that.
of those who have come before us. This will truly be a battle from Roman times.
It's like he's found
Like
an
them,
exact spot where
our
I can't
objectives are
get him
cities
with the
mythical
camera.
names: Jerusalem, Nazareth, Damascus. If the ruins around me could speak, they would warn us.
We have sighted the Ottomans,
it's
men.
too much effort. I'm sorry.
They are
Sorry.
dug in
It's
ahead
just
of
too
us
much effort.
at
He's
the
in a
ruins
corner.
of Sansus. We must capture this position and force them back into.
If he wasn't in such an annoying spot, all right, then I'd do it. Higher? I'm shooting exactly where his head is. I don't understand. Oh, teammates are stealing all the good kills. No? Too many hit markers. did a full... Oh no, I'm suppressed. You can just keep shooting me and I can't shoot back. That is the problem with suppression. Once they get the first shot, they can just keep shooting you and then you can't aim. So annoying. Where's your gun?
We have taken the sector. Clear the sector from enemy presence.
Oh, he bloody got away with it there. Okay. Okay, I guess. Damn.
Don't worry, I've got you.
Go away, lad. Go away, lad. Okay, I need to... Why do we have this horrible sandstorm? I can't see anything. It's actually better for the attackers, if I'm honest. It's better for the attackers, but... Yeah. You can have it if you want. What? I was gonna say... damage.
We have taken objective apples.
And kill. By a spraying guy. By a guy called Girl You So Plumpy. Nice. Interesting spot. I'm trying to hit him in the... No! Bloody gas grenades, dude. Fake suppression or something? Okay, dude. Suppression! Get out! So frustrating. Like, on them perfectly. Oh, there's already so many clips ruined. By a guy just aiming near me. Not even on me. In fact, it's worse if they're not aiming on you, because then you do get suppressed. Oh, I see. Great. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Okay. This guy's in a decent spot, I think. What? Why didn't that shot hit? Didn't aim hard enough. Suppression. Ah! Suppression, dude. Insane. Who thought this was a good idea?
We have taken the sector. We have secured the sector.
Oh, there's the collapse. Oh, there's a single through the cannon. was a nice long range one too. What's he doing? He's getting on it. He's insane. Missed it. That's okay. Yeah, he knew. He knew. He stopped aiming. Missed him. That's okay. There's quite a few dudes to shoot at least. Can't stop still for too long. Gotta keep moving. You dead? Keep moving. Keep moving. Everyone's dead now. No! We've run out of targets.
We have taken objective.
What? There we go. All right. That was good. Of course they're there. Bro, we are smashing this.
We have taken the sector. Clear the sector from enemy presence. Return to the combat area.
Oh. Oh. Oh! He was right there. Okay. How did DICE go from making BF4 and BF1 to BF5? A very... Guys. He's right there. Well, that sniper just ran past him. He's on the floor. Someone, please. Guys. Thank you. Anyone get a res now? Or are they too scared because they think they're going to die? Oh, jeez. He coming? There it is.
Appreciate it.
Can't really be mad if I also didn't see him too, you know? Yeah, basically BF1 had a longer cycle for development. BF5 had like nothing, basically. What? Where did the shot go? It was like the tiniest hip fires, like Red Skull, and it didn't even hit him. In center of mass? Mad. Absolutely mad. What? Where did that go? Where are these shots going? Thank you. Sniper over there. Oh! That was a headshot and a half, dude. Yes? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look for sniper glints and see if I can kill him. They're all gonna be... Nah, they've given up. They're all gonna be over here. Too high. There you go. Fuck. Was not expecting that. Pistols got a buff because they didn't get nerfed. That's why pistols got a buff. Quite funny though, because you can literally out DPS some SMGs with pistols now. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
We have taken the sector.
Moving cover. I think that's what they call this, right?
Clear the sector from enemy presence.
Okay. How did this guy is the guy that snuck around and shot me. Yeah, you suck. Unfortunately, I'm so low on health, I'll die if someone even looks at me right at this point. Can I get my health back, please? Can I get my health back, please? Stop. I'm still suppressed. Oh! Later, dude.
We have secured the sector.
Still being suppressed.
The final objective is within our reach.
Yeah, we need to switch snipers again, I think. Otherwise, we're going to have issues fighting people at close range, which we definitely will. Same guy.
We have taken objective
again.
butter.
Did I play Bad Company 2? Yeah, I played Bad Company 2. Okay, what sniper are we using for close range? The patrol. Yeah, I'll do. Although there's no sweet spot.
We are losing objective butter.
That guy must be thinking, I am dodgy as heck now. I've headshot him like 3 times in a row. Really quickly after seeing him.
We have lost objective butter.
He fluffed it. He fluffed it. Who are you? Who are you? Yikes. Okay, how is that? Mirror mats or something? Felt like it. Incoming bomber. To the Takidos. Okay, ready? Enemy hit 91, 101. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Vehicle. I knew it! I knew it. He'd already shot it once. He was going to do it again. Okay. Oh, you put me out in the middle of nowhere with grenade. I don't know. I'm still alive. Okay. Okay. Karkana hip fire is insane. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Pretty nutty. But then again, it doesn't have a sweet spot, so that's kind of the trade-off. Where did he go? Oh, did he go behind that rock? No. How did I miss him?
We have taken objective Charlie.
And it doesn't headshot at all ranges either. So sometimes you can hit people in the head and get hit markers. Guess I'll fucking die.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Am I really done with BF5? No, the whole title thing is actually it's a meme because whenever I play any game other than BF5, or especially if I play BF1, people are like, "Oh my god, you quit BF5?" It's like, oh, I'm BF1. It's not actually a question, but obviously I think people are thinking that it's a question to chat, like, "Are you quitting BF5?" Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Is that a bot? That looked like a bot. Just saying. Maybe someone's building bots. Maybe they're building bots, dude. For the game. Where is it? Here's someone close to me. Very close to me. Are you hungry, kitty? You want food, don't you? Oh my god. No. Stop. No, get off the keyboard. Get off the keyboard. No. No. Get off the keyboard, dude. Oh man, what have you done? Ah, you ruined it. Oh. He's, well, he didn't turn off the stream at least. He just kind of plonked himself onto the keyboard. Didn't give a fuck.
We have taken objective apples.
Oh, the suppression. It was such a good little meme there. Ruined. I don't think I can one-shot headshot these guys over there. Not sure. Nice. No, vehicle's got me there. Can't peek it. You gonna peek or? There's a hit guy. Look. Ah, he's right there in front of me too. Right, that guy's dead. Dead. And the guy here. Dead. Boom. Dead. Guys, oh, did we win? Damn.
You won,
GG.
brothers. Though your mouths were dry,
I'll show you now.
your rifles
I'll
hot,
show you
and
what I
your
mean.
horses fell
Right.
in the heat. You have achieved a famous victory. Your country is proud. The Empire salutes you.
This is what happened.
Though the Allies were victorious across the Middle East, the problems of victory remained to be solved. Clashing ambitions,
sitting
broken
on the
promises,
entire
and
keyboard.
manipulated borders planted the seeds of new conflicts that would dominate this region for many years to come.
And now, put table on his head. Yeah, he's just laying straight across it, really. But what can you do? Right, lads and lasses, good little meme. I'm probably not gonna do a what my thoughts on the TTK video. No point. Everyone's already covered basically what I think. And to be honest, some of my views can be quite controversial. And ultimately, I don't have all of the information to back up my thoughts. Do it as easy views. Yeah, I know, but I wanted to make a thingamajig video today. I wanted to make a gameplay video for Sundays. You know, they're the gameplay days. Unless I do a BF1 gameplay where I talk about BF5. See. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Once again, BF5. I am going to be sweating Call of Duty for the next couple of days. Can't tell you why yet. But I'm going to be sweating the 6v6 modes over the next couple of days to practice with regular guns. So I've only been playing Ground War basically over and over and over again. But tomorrow and on Monday, I'm going to be doing 6v6 modes. COD's already tweeted? Have they? What have they announced? I don't see anything. The vet thing? No, nothing really. Don't see it. But yeah, I'm gonna be sweating out 6v6. And as I said, you know, if I'm playing Call of Duty, I guess I must have quit Battlefield 5. You know? That's just keep that in mind. Probably Brexit. And I've quit BF5 if I'm playing a different game. So in reality, this is the reality. I just don't have any reason to play BF5. We got Wake Island coming soon. TM. I'll play it again then. But other than that, I'm basically just grinding out, you know, sniper clips for 1,000 hours on BF5. I've got nothing else to do. Whereas Modern Warfare got content coming out, stuff like that. So that's why I'm not really playing much Battlefield 5. I played a day on the TTK, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. You know? But other than that, I'll wait until the new one comes out, the new map. But yes, thank you so much for the subs, gifted subs, bits, tier 2s, tier 3s, hosts, raids. Appreciate it. Thank you. As I said, back tomorrow, Call of Duty, grinding 6v6. And then when Wake Island finally comes out, I'll be playing Wake Island, but that's not for a while. Who won the Modern Warfare codes? I'm sorting that out. I've already selected the winners. I'm just asking, who is it? I'm asking the Call of Duty how they want to do the codes, but they haven't sent them to me yet. So I'm not going to announce the winners until I have the codes, because otherwise they're going to message me. So the winners have already been picked for the Modern Warfare codes. But thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching some BF1 and sharing your thoughts on BF5 TTK. Overall, I think most people are just very confused and don't really know why it's happened. So I think that's the ultimate, you know, thing we can take away from it. But yeah. Cheers, guys. Have a good evening. See you later. Bye-bye.